Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you how every single person watching this video could make up to $3 million in only 1 hour doing these two simple things this week in GTA 5 Online. Like, you could be a level 1 and still be able to do this, which is the best part, so let's get into how to make this really easy $3 million right now. Alright, so the two things we are going to be doing is the Fleeca Job heist and also the Pacific Standard heist, which both are paying out double money and also double RP on your first run. In order to start these heists though, you will need to own a high-end apartment, because once you own one, you will then want to enter inside and then enter inside of the heist room. In here, you will see all 5 of the original heists, which, as I said, only 2 of these are going to be paying that double money and double RP bonus, and the first one we will be doing is the Fleeca Job heist, which only requires 1 other friend. And I'm sure everyone here knows how to do the Fleeca Job heist. I don't even really need to go over it because it is so simple. The setups are even easier because all we are doing is going over to a location, which is the Fleeca Bank, and then scoping it out, then going back over to Lester's Garments Factory. Once back at his factory, you'll then need to enter inside of the Granger with Paige Harris and then drive back over to your apartment. Then that's the first setup complete. The second one is almost just as easy because all we are doing is going over to a location and stealing a Kuruma, which all we have to do at that location is take out all of the enemies and then get inside of the Kuruma to deliver it over to Lester's factory once again. And boom, that is all of the setups complete. We can now complete the finale, which, take a look, this week in GTA 5 Online, the Fleeca Job heist finale will be paying a total of $754,000, of course split between 2 different people. And I ended up giving myself 60%, my other friend got 40%, so I will be walking away at the end of this heist with $450,000, as well as my friend walking away with $300,000. So honestly, that is some really good money we are going to be earning at the end of the finale, especially considering how easy this entire heist is. For the finale, we are pretty much taking that armored Kuruma that we stole during the setups over to the Fleeca Bank that we scoped out in the first setup, and then once at the bank, you want to whip out your drill to start drilling open this security box to steal the cash inside. After you stole that cash, you and your getaway driver have to drive all the way along the freeway until you are right underneath this cargo bob. That way it picks you up with the magnet. And boom, once that cargo bob flew away with your armored Kuruma attached to it on that magnet, you'll now complete the entire heist, and here's how much money you'll get paid. As I said, of course, I took 60%, which was a total of $450,000, and my friend, on the other hand, earned $300,000, which we both made a pretty decent amount of money for a heist that only took us around 15 minutes to complete. That's including the setups also, because it is really simple, and once you complete the entire thing, you are now ready to do the next heist, which, as I said, will be the Pacific Standard Job heist. And this heist, out of the 2 that are paying the double money and double RP bonus on the first run, will be paying the most amount of money, because take a look, the entire reward is $4.5 million, but split between 4 different people. I ended up giving myself 55%, but even if you gave yourself 50%, you still will be earning around $2.5 million by the end of this finale, with your friends earning a total of $600,000 each with that only 15% cut. I did of course skip the setups because the setups for the Pacific Standard heist do require 3 other friends, and there will be a total of 5 setups you need to complete before you can even do this finale. But luckily the finale is pretty simple because all we are doing is going over to the Pacific Standard Bank, entering inside, and then of course robbing it for all of the cash, and once we did, we then have to exit the bank and go over to our getaway vehicles. Make sure for the getaway part that you let your friends do all of the shooting, that way you don't take too much damage, because whoever is holding the cash, as long as they don't get damaged, you won't be losing any money, but if they do get shot, you'll of course start losing money slightly. I also would recommend to have only one of the people pick up all of the cash like I did in this case, that way you can only worry about one person not getting shot. That way you don't lose too much money by the end of this finale, so we get the most amount possible. But anyway, once you got over to the getaway vehicles, which are going to be motorcycles, I would recommend driving these over to a police car and then stealing that police car instead. That way in here we have more protection, because of course on a motorcycle you have no protection, and if you get shot you'll lose a lot of money. But once you did drive that police car over to the canyon and you entered inside the dinghy, all you'll have to do from here is drive this dinghy out to the sea, and once you did, we have now completed this entire finale just like so. We only lost around $70,000. And cutting straight to it, here's how much money we got paid once we of course passed the heist. The potential take was $4.5 million with this week's double money and double RP bonus, and I got 55%, which totaled to $2.5 million. And I also completed all of the heist setups at the exact same time in order, so I earned an extra bonus $1 million on top. But that's only because I completed all of these heists for the first time in order right now on this brand new account, so don't really worry about the extra $1 million. You'll just get paid that $2.5 million by the end of the finale, which is still very good money. And if you add that on top of the money we got before with the Fleeca Job heist, you have now earned yourself over $3 million in around just over 1 hour of completing these simple heists. Just remember, as I said, these only will be paying that double money and double RP bonus on your first run, so every run after this they won't be paying that much money. It is only one time. Either way though, even if you do it that one time for each heist, it is still a really good amount of money. Over $3 million for 2 simple heists is very good. Make sure you take advantage of it because after this week it will no longer be paying this money bonus on the 2 heists. Anyway, with all of that being said, now you know how to make over $3 million in around 1 hour this week in GTA 5 Online, so make sure you take advantage of it. If you went on to enjoy this video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor in return by going down below and dropping a like on the video for me. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button, that way you don't miss out on any future GTA 5 Online videos just like this one from me. But with all of that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.